Thank you for all people during this webinar today. We are going to talk about DALI. We are going to talk about KNX, how to get the most of both systems, how to make a real project with KNX and DALI together, how to parameterize, how to configure KNX and DALI devices in the same project, and how to go all in with KNX and DALI, especially in the USA. Okay, so whether you are in the USA or another country, this webinar is for you. If you are a lighting control enthusiastic, if you are a professional in the industry, in the lighting control industry, this webinar is for you. Okay, so we are gonna start, and I'm going to introduce myself. Maybe many of you know me already, but if you don't, my name is Jose Mortillo. I'm KNX USA team member. I'm in charge of. I'm helping to be bigger KNX in the USA. I'm helping all the KNX community to establish in the USA, all the KNX members, all the KNX professionals that want to get trained, all the KNX companies that want to come to the USA. So I'm here to help you to start selling your products in the USA, to find market in the USA, to go to the market, to create brand awareness around KNX. So I'm very excited today to be here with you. I'm also KNX tutor for more than how many years? 15 years already. So I'm KNX tutor, and I'm running frequently KNX basic courses, KNX advanced courses here in the USA, if you are based in the USA. And yeah, I'm very excited with this webinar today. We have many people registered, so I hope you all will be here today. Okay, so let's start. I'm going to talk today about KNX. I'm going to talk about DALI. During my career on KNX and smart homes and smart buildings, and especially in lighting control, I've met many protocols. I've been working with proprietary protocols. I've been working with open standard systems as well. And today I want to grab in this live event one of my takeaways, one of my experience that I've been experiencing during the last years. So I want to, what I want is to tell you and to transmit you all what I learned in the past years that really worked for me in this live event. Okay, so you can get the most of this system, you can get the most for your projects. So either you are in the commercial buildings, in residential buildings, villas, schools, hotels, this webinar is for you. If you are in the lighting control industry, this webinar is for you. Okay, so we are going to structure the webinar in a presentation. I'm going to introduce you what is KNX, what is DALI, and I'm going to talk about these two systems. Okay, and I'm going to show you some of the configuration of ETS, how we do configure DALI in ETS. ETS is the tool we use in KNX to configure and parameterize and to commission all the KNX devices, of course, including the KNX DALI gateways. And you can ask me any question anytime. This is going to be an interactive live event. This is not going to be like one-man talking event. And I want you to ask any question you may have. I want you to, if you want to share with us some inquiry or something, some project that you have some concern, I'm here to help you. Okay, so let's go. So as I was saying, I'm going to start talking about lighting control with KNX and DALI and how to make the most of both protocols for your lighting control projects. Okay, so great. So this is going to be the agenda, how it looks like. Okay, so again, I'm going to talk about KNX. Many of you already know KNX, many of you already know DALI as well, but I will make a short introduction. Okay, so I'm going to talk about KNX, DALI, and how we integrate in the same tool, in this case KNX, ETS, sorry. ETS is the tool that we use to commission all KNX devices, so we are going to use that tool. Okay, I will explain, if we have time, we will talk about some case studies. Okay, and now we will move and later on we will move to your question and answers, right? And I will give you my details in case you'd like to contact me anytime. Okay, All right, good. So this is the main slide. What is KNX? Okay. So many of you already know KNX. KNX is a worldwide standard for home and building control. Is already 35 years in the market. It was born and raised in Europe, and now since 12 years ago, it's active in the USA, and I would say even more active since 2-3 years ago in the USA. Okay, it is a well-known protocol among other countries like Middle East, Asia, India, and some other countries. It's a great protocol. It simply works. Okay, I would say it simply works. It's great, to be honest. So it's open standard, and it can be used in commercial, residential buildings, and it's a secure system. Okay, we have KNX Secure that can secure communications point to point. It is low voltage bus, and we have 2 wires for power and data. Okay, so only 2 wires we use for power and data, so we don't need any external power supply and so on, unless the manufacturer requires external power supply for their devices. Okay, but for the majority of the KNX products, like keypads, occupancy sensors, and some other sensors or actuators, we don't need extra power. All right, we have KNX power supplies. This is going to be, let's say, the minimum KNX installation. It's a KNX power supply. We have KNX sensors, and we have KNX actuators. Okay, so this is a system that is addressable. That means that every single device has an address, and I configure every single device independently. Okay, this is important. Why? Because every single device has a small brain. In KNX, opposite to other systems like Control 4 or Lockzone, for instance, we don't have a central brain to calculate all the information, all the PIDs, for instance, for HVAC or all the security stuff. No, we have every single device is independent. This is a distributed technology. It's not centralized technology. So from my point of view, it makes it more powerful. It doesn't mean that we cannot have a server, because usually we have servers to visualize all the system. We have servers to monitor, to keep monitoring all the system, to get all the graphics and so on. But you don't need a server to make all this KNX system work. Okay, this is very important. It's a decentralized solution. So this is how it looks like. So you can see we may have like sensors, we may have actuators as well, and we have in KNX we have 8,000 devices ready to give you the functionality you need for the house, for the building, for the commercial building, for the airport, for the hotel, for everything. This is what makes KNX so powerful, okay? And that's why I always like to talk about KNX together with DALI, because in DALI we cannot find this huge ecosystem, okay? This huge amount of different KNX devices, different solutions, this different functionality. In DALI it's limited more or less for lighting control. Of course we have binary inputs, we have occupancy sensors, but the range of products we can find is not that huge as it is in KNX, and that makes KNX so powerful, okay? So when we combine both together, boom, the magic happens. Okay, all right, so this is KNX. And what is DALI? DALI, it's also a digital protocol, okay, and ensures interoperability through testing. So if your device is DALI ready, DALI 2, DALI or DALI 2, you have a driver, we call it ECG, electronic control gear, okay? If you see, for instance, 64 ECGs, that means drivers, okay, DALI drivers. So if your driver is DALI, it's full compatible with all DALI devices in the market, okay? This is good. It's designed and developed for residential and commercial buildings. This is important. Either you have a small house, 16 fixtures, or you have a huge hotel, a huge convention center, DALI fits your needs, okay? So it's 30 years in the market. It's manufacturer independent as well. You can find drivers, you can find fixtures from Osram, Philips, Eldo LED, Eldo, yeah, many brands in the market, right? and you can use any of them and they can work together. It's a 16 volt low voltage as well bus, and also we have 2 wires for power and data. Okay, we can control the fixtures and we can get feedback from the fixtures. So we have in DALI we have loops, what we call DALI loops or DALI lines. Okay, every DALI line can have up to 64 ECGs or 64 drivers, right? So one driver may have up to 4 fixtures, depends on the driver. This is not about DALI, this is about the driver, depends on the driver. If the driver can drive 4 fixtures, then you can have, you know, how many fixtures in one DALI line? 256, right? And if your driver can only control 2 of them, so then you have 128, which is, from my point of view, it's a lot for a villa, for instance, for a house, for a condo, okay? The beauty of DALI is that all the power resides on the ECG, on the driver. In the market, we can find many ECGs, many drivers from different brands, okay? Lunatone, LWLED, UL listed, not UL listed, RU, ETL, whatever, depends on the country you are, okay? So what I can tell you is, in the USA, we are in the USA, you can find DALI drivers available, UL listed, some of them are not UL or ETL listed, but they are RU, that means that you can put them into a box, and you can also find fixtures already DALI ready, okay? And at this point, I'd like to say something. DALI fixtures, they don't exist. I mean, you cannot buy a DALI fixture. You buy a fixture, which includes a DALI driver, okay? Same as if you say, so I have a fixture and I have a 0 to 10 volt driver, okay? So it's the same. So this is important. The fixtures are not DALI. It's the driver inside, right? Okay. So at this point, if you have an ECG, if you have a driver that can talk DALI, you are good. You can communicate with all the system. You can integrate into KNX, and that is what makes it so powerful. And you are good to go. You can dim, you can on off, and you can have control of the fixture, and you can get the feedback from the fixture, but not just on off status or dimming status, but also failures, driver failure, lamp failure, how many hours is on, how many, and so on. Okay, so this is very good, especially for big buildings, for commercial buildings, because you can have preventive maintenance, or you can have, you can calculate and you can see if there is any light broken before the customer complains. Okay, so this is great. When I recommend to go from to DALI, okay, instead of direct KNX actuator like phase cut dimming or LED dimmer and so on. So my advice is, if you have more than 12 fixtures or 16 fixtures in the building, in your project, go for DALI. Why? Because if you wanted to do that dimming system, 16 fixtures, let's say, with KNX 0 to 10 volts or phase cut, or anyway, direct cable, okay, direct wire from the actuator to the fixture, 16 is a lot already, okay? You need to wire 1 to 1, also with 0 to 10, also with phase cut, and so on. With DALI, the more fixtures you have to control, the more sense it has to implement it, okay? So my thinking is, when you have 12, maybe 16, it makes sense. Also because this is dimming. We are not talking just about on-off, but also about dimming from the very beginning, okay? Good. So we have the power supply, okay? We have the control devices, we have the bus, and we have the control gears. The control gears is the driver, okay? The control devices and the bus power supply in KNX is the same, okay? So we have a DALI controller, which is the DALI KNX gateway, and most of the cases, I would say 99%, the power supply for DALI is already in the KNX device, okay? All right, so do you have any questions so far about KNX, about DALI, about what are these systems? So now it's time to ask. If you have any question, please feel free to ask anytime in the chat, okay? Okay, good. So I'm going to continue, and I want to show you the integration of KNX and DALI together in a project. In this case, in an ETS project, in a KNX project, okay? And to do so, I'm going to use ETS, okay? I have ETS here ready for you. Okay, let me get it ready. There you go. So this is ETS, okay? This is a real project, actually. This is a real project. This is a project for a university in North Carolina, in Chapel Hill. This is the North Carolina, University of North Carolina. This is a well-known university in the USA and recognized. So they decided to implement KNX and DALI together among other systems, among other integrations like Fire Alarm or Extron for audio video. And this is how the project looks like, okay? So this is the building view, right? We have here the building view. We have all the floors here. I made this topology, okay? And in the classroom, for instance, you can see there is an occupancy sensor. We also have the keypad here. We have this is great, by the way. This is a air quality sensor, so we can monitor the CO2 level, the air of the quality, and so on. This is great. This is from NDT. Okay, so if we take a look at the DALI driver, let's go to the DALI driver. Okay, it's in the cabinet. We have here the power supply, the IP router, time switch as well. By the way, this is great product as well. This is from NDT. The time switch is good for scheduling. So if you want to set on and off lights according to a schedule, according to sunset or sunrise, this product is for you. Okay. All right. So let's go to this gateway. This is from Siemens. This gateway is from Siemens here. So let's go to the parameters. By the way, this is a Twin Plus, so it has 2 DALI lines. Okay, 2 DALI lines. That's great. That's great. Why? Because with one device, dual listed, this is a Siemens dual listed device. With one device, I can control up to 128 drivers. One by one, I can control every single fixture one by one. Okay, this is so powerful. If you wanted to do this in 0 to 10 volts control, forget about that, because just the wiring you need to do, it's incredible. Okay, so this is where DALI makes sense. Okay, all right, so let's take a look at the parameters. Okay, this has a plugin, by the way. This Siemens gateway has a plugin, so I need to do it like this. Okay, so I wanted to show you how powerful is KNX and DALI together. Okay, now we are talking not just about DALI, we are also talking about KNX as well. So this is KNX interface, right? This is ETS, this is KNX interface, this is the database for a Siemens KNX DALI gateway, and I want to show you how powerful it is. Okay, so delay after restart. I can also integrate the emergency mode here. So yes, it's ready for UL 924 requirements for commercial buildings in the USA. So yes, it complies with that. And I have 2 channels, as I said, and I can see the status of every single switch. I can see the global emergency options. I can see the test. I can also see the results, because yes, I can get the results on the emergency side and so on. It's great. It's great. This product is great. Okay, and important, I can also integrate sensors. I can integrate DALI sensors, not like occupancy sensors, like keypads, keypads, or like push buttons, like binary inputs, DALI already. Okay, this is great. I have to say, okay, Jose, why you don't use everything in DALI? Why you need to go to KNX? Okay, so the answer is easy. In KNX, we have a huge amount of products. We have a huge amount of occupancy sensors, different prices, different accuracy, different solutions. Also for binary inputs and for keypads, for sensors in general, we have a huge amount of brands, availability, and so on. In DALI, there is no so much availability. I mean, it's not bad. This is how it is, but it's not something that I see, this is not good. No, I just need to get the most and the best of both systems. So DALI, it's absolutely great for lighting control. Focus on lighting control for DALI and get all the other stuff in KNX, like keypads, like touch panels, like occupancy sensors. Why not? Okay, and this is the best way to get the most of both systems. All right, so I also have night mode here. I have, as you can see, channel A and channel B. I can make groups, okay? So I can have, as I said at the beginning, I can have up to 64 fixtures. I don't recommend you to go to the limit. Do not go to 64. The reason is because there is a limit in the number of groups you can make, okay? So these are the groups. You can make up to 16 groups, all right? You can make 16 groups, and you can group ECGs, drivers. Why? So for instance, let's take a look at this, the corridor, okay? The corridor is one area. You don't want to control every single light independent. You want to monitor, fine. You want to see if something is wrong, correct. But you don't want to switch on and off independently. So it makes sense to put them all together in one group, okay? In one DALI group. This is what we have here. All right, we also have a classroom here. We have two fixtures, for instance. We also have this classroom. Well, the same classroom, but we have different areas. Oh yes, by the way, we have the front side, the teacher area, the blackboard, the audio video area. So we can differentiate that. We can split them into different areas. So the classroom 1029, I have here the different ECGs. ECGs again is a driver. So take a look at this. If I go to the classroom, I can parameterize not the driver. This is important. I do not parameterize the driver. The driver must be parameterized by the manufacturer or by the integrator separately, okay? This is not on your side. This is not on the KNX side. So the driver needs to be ready to dim the fixture that is controlling. Either it's an LED strip, whatever it is, okay? So it needs to be ready for that. So you just control the behavior of the value you are sending, the behavior of the DALI from the KNX side, okay? So take a look. Behavior in emergency mode, go to 100%. So in case we have an emergency, this group, all the group will go to 100%. Okay, makes sense. So what would you want to happen if in case of DALI voltage failure, no action, but you can go to maximum value, you can switch on and so on, okay? What happens, what do you want to do in case of voltage returns? What do you want to do? So you can check here, okay? You can parameterize this. What do you want to do when switching? So you go to switch on, switch off, and so on. So you can parameterize all the group together, and you can set what you want for this group all together, for all the fixtures inside. We can also set dimming curves. We can adjust the dimming time for on and off, like in this case is 2 seconds, 2-3 seconds is fine. And the time from 0 to 100% when you try to dim brighter or darker, okay? So it's great. Okay, so this is for the classrooms. We also have same for the stairs, women's, men's, and yeah, many of them, you see? What happens with this? This is the ECG. This is the ECG with no group. Okay, so we can have also ECGs that they do not belong to any group, all right? To any group. Well, in this case, we don't have any. They are part of the group, but we can have independent ECGs. Okay, so take a look. We also have we can parameterize the device type. In this case, is DT6, okay? We also have DT8. Is this an emergency light? Yes or no, okay? And yeah, I can parameterize everything in here. Okay, we can do the same for channel B, right? Channel B. Exactly the same, and for another 64 fixtures. And I was saying at the beginning, I don't recommend to go to the limit. Keep it at 40, maybe 40. It's a good number. 40, 45. It's a good number to have in your DALI loop, in one DALI loop, because again, you only have 15 groups. 15 groups in DALI, okay? Because there is something important. You can have 64 fixtures, and you can treat them. You can treat them and parameterize them independently in DALI. This is DALI, okay? This is just DALI. And then you bring them all together into KNX, and you make your own groups in KNX. That makes it even so powerful, much powerful. Why? Because you can have more than 15 groups, because you can grab and you can drag and drop and link the ECGs as you wish. You don't need to go for 15 groups. You are not limited, okay? So this is even great. So keep this in mind. All right, so we also have scenes, we have effects, we can make waves, we can make whatever we want, okay? All right, so this is the scene number 31 in the, take a look, scene. So for this scene, I want the corridor not involved, but I want this classroom go to 100%, you see? I want the classroom, the group 2 go to 100%. I want this group as well to go to 100%, right? And scene number 5, scene 5, which is the scene number 21, I want the classroom go to 100%, 100%, 100%. Scene 22, I want to go all off. Scene 23, I want this to go 0, 0, and 5, 5%. These are different areas of the classroom because, again, we have many fixtures in the classroom, so we can parameterize with different scenes, okay? We have in one classroom nearly 50 fixtures or 40 fixtures, but that's no problem. I don't need to have 40 keypads, of course, but we make a scene. So we grab them and we make a scenario, okay, according to the needs of the classroom. So this is, again, great. So we also can have effect controls, effect channels. We can have, as I was saying, waves, loops, okay? If we have a facade, we can control many things. So again, this is great. 2-point lighting control, yes, as well. We have 2-point lighting control for fixtures. So if brightness is less than whatever, you can switch on these lights or this group. If brightness is less than this, then whatever. Okay, how do we get the brightness value from KNX? Okay, because all these parameters that I'm setting here, I will have a group objects in KNX, in ETS, that I can drag and drop, I can play with, I can interact with, and I can join it together with another function. Okay, that's the beauty of KNX and DALI. That's why I really believe KNX and DALI is the best solution for lighting control, especially also in the USA. Okay. All right, so we also have constant lighting control as well, okay? So we can set, okay, we want 500 lumens in this light and we want to keep that level, right? So this is, again, great as well. All right, we have schedules. We can, I mean, it's great. It's great. It's great. You can do timings, you can do, all that stuff, okay? And this is the commissioning and this is the testing. So for the commissioning, the channel A, I can see all the ECGs. If I'm planning to add a new ECG, I can see it here, okay? If I click on, now I'm not connected to the bus, so I cannot see it. But if I click on ECG search, it will find new ECGs, new drivers, so I can add them to the system, all right? So as you can see, I can also assign a group. I can also switch on and off. I can swap sort address automatically. This is good for fast replacement. But by the way, I can also do fast replacement without ETS from the front display of this DALI driver. Okay, this is very useful for maintenance because if they don't have ETS, they can do fast replacement of DALI drivers, okay? Because remember, DALI drivers have an ID. In KNX, we use DALI drivers with ID. And I have to say that I also have the possibility to have DALI loops and DALI drivers broadcast with no IDs. That's also good, okay? We have, in KNX, we also have broadcast DALI gateways for 4 channels, for instance. So I connect 4 channels, I can have 4 circuits, okay? All of them full dimming from 0.1 to 100%. Perfect, okay? But I can only have 4 groups in this case, or 2 groups, depends on the DALI driver. All right, so yeah, we can see here if there is an error. We can set the device type if it's not automatically recognized. We can also see, yeah, everything. It's great, okay? If we go to sensors, we can also detect here any sensor, like any push button, any occupancy sensor, whatever, not just fixtures, but also, ECGs, but also sensors, okay? And I can also test. I can also make tests. So I can send value on, off, plus, minus. I can assign a value. I can read the value. So I can have some testing on the fixture, okay? Because maybe it's not working on the DALI side. So if the DALI side is not working, the KNX side will not work either, okay? So, okay, great. I also can test the ECGs as well. I can set the minimum value, the maximum value, and so on. I can test the scenes. I can execute the scenes here. I can read the scene. All right, and also the effects in case I have some effect, okay? So these are the parameters of the DALI gateway, okay? In this case, as I said before, this is a DALI gateway. This is from Siemens. It's UL listed, UL certified, and it's good for the US market. All right, so these are the group objects, okay? The group objects is the functionality of the device, of the KNX device, because group objects belong to KNX. So I can see here that I can recall and store the scene for all the DALI gateway, okay, with just one group. So if I send here scene number 21, the scene number 21 in either loop or DALI line A or B will be executed, okay? All right, I can also activate the emergency mode, and I can control, take a look at this. This is one DALI group. So I can control on off, I can dim up and down, I can set the value, so go to 60%, go to 20%, go to 90%. I can also add dimming value together with time, not the case, but I'm not using that. But I can also see the status of the switching and the status of the dimming value, okay? But I also have a lot of feedbacks like errors and so on. So yeah, if burn in status and how many hours, you can enable that. If there is, see this is great. This is great. If there is a failure in the DALI, I get a signal here. If there is a short circuit in the DALI bus, I see this. If there is a device failure on B, this is for channel A and channel B, I can see this. If there is a net power failure, I can also see it. So it's really, really, really powerful, okay? And what's the beauty of this? The beauty is that I can combine this with KNX, okay? And that is what makes this so powerful. So powerful. So what I can do is that I can drag and drop from the DALI gateway all the corridor group, okay? Take a look at this, it's here. And I can also control it from the KNX occupancy sensors. So when these occupancy sensors send the signal, these group will react accordingly, okay? All right, so this is the way we can get the most of both systems. This is the way we can parameterize the DALI driver, how can we connect to KNX, to ETS, and this is how to get the most of the lighting control system. Why I said especially in the USA, I will explain. In the USA, we have a lot of local regulations, local laws, in terms of UL certification, in terms of ETL or whatever. Okay, we need that certification, so we need to comply with that local regulations. So you, as a system integrator, okay, you just need to care about the DALI. So you install your DALI gateway, KNX DALI gateway, and then you just need to be sure that the fixture is DALI ready. As long as the fixture is DALI ready, you are good. Okay, so let's say you leave that part for the electrical contractor. Again, I'm talking about the system as a system integrator. Okay, so you leave that part for the electrical contractor. You just need to tell the electrical contractor, please provide a DALI driver, or to the designer or to the owner, I just need to have a fixer that is DALI ready. We have a lot of them in the market, and they can also, I mean, you can order those lights and you can even replace the driver, or they can replace the driver and add the DALI ready driver. Okay, and there is something important before you order all the fixtures. Okay, even if you're in the USA, this applies to every country. Make sure they are DALI ready. I don't recommend to buy the fixture $100 and then when you have in your house, take out the driver and then put a DALI driver. First of all, in the USA, that's not a recommended practice because dual certification may be lost, okay, first of all. And second, you are spending 2 times the money. One time in your regular or conventional or 0 to 10 driver, and then in the new DALI driver, okay? So it will be more expensive. So in the USA, we have DALI drivers, dual listed, for many applications, okay? For constant voltage LED driver, LED strips, for constant current fixtures, for phase cut, for many things. So if you are interested in some of this, please let me know and I will help you to find them, okay? Because I think it's very powerful. I think it's in terms of also in terms of budget, is very nice as well. Why? Because you can save money in devices, in control devices. You just need to be careful that your fixtures are DALI ready and you are good. Okay, so as long as you use a DALI, KNX DALI gateway, you are good. That's all. And again, one DALI gateway for 64 up to 64 fixtures. The price of one DALI gateway is $500, $600, less than $1,000. Okay. Can you imagine the price of 64 channel or 8 devices of 8 channel each, 0 to 10 dimmers or phase cut dimming or LED dimmers? It's much more. Okay, so the more fixed you have, the more sense has to have DALI in the building, in the project. Okay, all right, so that's great. I don't know if you have any question at this moment about KNX, about DALI, everything about ETS, something, any question about what I explained already. If you have some project you'd like to discuss with me, or you have some problem you are facing with and you'd like to ask any questions, so please feel free to do it. Okay, in the chat, I think I have my team here with me. Yes, they are. So if you have any question, please let me know, and I will be happy to answer that question for you. By the way, we have many people from many places, not just from the USA, but also from many places. So I'm very happy about that. Thank you very much for joining. Thank you. All right. Yes, we have people from Egypt and from many parts of the world. All right. So we are reaching the end of this webinar, of this presentation. Do you have any question? It's time for you now. It's time to ask any question. Go ahead. Don't be shy. It's your turn. Free consulting services here for you. No, really. I'm super happy to help you to get the most of this. I'm receiving many questions from many people especially from LinkedIn, asking for help. And I'm, well, if you're asking these questions, I'm happy to help you for this. Okay, we have a question here. No, it's not a question. All right, so do you have any question? Tell about what we can do when DALI 2 forget the address. Ooh, interesting. So when DALI forget the address, you need to reassign the address again. Okay. I'm talking for KNX. From the KNX interface, from KNX, you can, from the KNX DALI gateway, you can assign the address, the new address. You can do it. That's not a problem. And you can also do it manually from the DALI tool, because some drivers, they already have a tool to program the drivers, okay? And some tools allow you to set the address. You can also do that in that side. But yes, you need to assign again. Yeah, I'm sorry, Hadi. You need to assign again. Thank you very much for your question. I have to say that we have a fast replacement function in this gateway that I have just shown you. You take out one driver, you put the new driver, okay, and it automatically gets the address of the driver that you just replaced. Okay, this is very useful for maintenance. Okay, would KNX be suitable to control audio, video, or entertainment equipment? Absolutely. I'm recently working on a project for you to know. Maybe it's interesting for you. It's working under Blue OS protocol. It's great, by the way. It's very professional. And if you'd like to know more, drop me a message and I'm happy to help you. But yes, it's totally compatible with audio video systems. You can run scripts that can talk directly to IP devices. Either they are audio devices or video devices, and so on. So yes, it's fully compatible with audio video devices. All right. So if one DALI driver damage, can I reprogram when I replace without connecting my TS? Yes, as I was saying before, it depends on the DALI driver. Okay. So some DALI drivers, they have fast replacement. So again, this one, for instance, this one from Siemens, it has, right? But it depends on the DALI driver. Yes, that's correct. Depends on the driver. On the DALI gateway. So you need to look for this. If you really care about this functionality, I recommend you to go for that. Okay. All right. Okay. Do you have any other question? Okay. Okay, so yeah, if you have any question, the goal for this webinar is to show you how powerful it can be when you try to combine KNX together with DALI, okay? And I think we reached that, okay? And again, it has many applications, not just for commercial buildings or university projects like the one I just showed you before, but it also works with several projects, okay? And again, from my point of view, I think if you have a project with, let's say, 12, 16 fixtures that you want to dim, this is important, okay? If you plan to dim them, then it makes sense to go for a DALI solution, okay? For DALI. I recommend you to take a look at that. All right, so I have a question from Zamir. Can we do installation of DALI control cable and power cable in the same conduit? Okay, good question. So I have two answers for this, because one thing is, this is like if you want to run the KNX cable together with the power cable, okay, or line cable. It depends on your local regulations. So it's not about, from the KNX and DALI point of view, yes, it's possible, okay? So from the electromagnetical point of view, from the interference point of view, from the EMC point of view, it's possible. but the last word is on your local regulations. So if they say no, you need to run data or low voltage separately from line, you have to do it. Okay. Again, from the electromagnetical point of view compatibility, it's possible. Same for KNX. But maybe your local regulation does not allow you to do that. Okay. All right. Okay. What else? Okay. Do you guys use DALI? I'd like to ask the chat. Do you use DALI? Have you ever heard about DALI? Have you ever heard about KNX? Did you combine them together in your project? So I'd like to know more about that. So Anwar, it can easy registration door camera and CCTV via auto scan visitor storage function in the KNX screen. Okay. Oof. Okay, so we don't have everything in KNX, first of all, okay? We don't have door cameras on KNX door cameras. We don't have CCTV cameras, KNX cameras. We don't have that. However, as long as you can get the signal into KNX somehow, can be via Modbus, TCP/IP get post commands, can be a scripting, can be RS-232, RS-485, can be binary input, whatever. As long as you can do it in KNX, you are good to go. And I can tell you, you can do it. You can do it, especially with cameras. I had a project with Meraki cameras, okay, and Axis cameras as well. I can get the information from the camera. I was able to store it into KNX, so I don't need to duplicate occupancy sensors and so on. And yes, it's possible to store its data in not in the KNX screen unless it has some database, but also but in some servers, yes, you can. Okay, and there is a device. I'd like to show you this. This is a very interesting device we are using in a project. By the way, in this project, this university project, there is a people counter. Okay, so I can count how many people I have in the classroom. Okay, I can count. Let me see if I can find, if I remember. Okay, where is it? Where you are? I think is this one. No. Where is it? Classroom. We have another classroom here. Okay, I don't find it now. But we have a device. It's from Steinel. Okay, it's available also in the USA, that we can count people. Okay, we can count how many people we have in the room, and it has 5 areas to count. It has 5 different locations to count, and you can get the signal from all of them joined together or separately. So it's great. Okay, it's a low voltage device from Steinel, and it's KNX. Okay, and it's available in the market. All right. Do you have any other question here? Okay. Yeah. Okay, Luis. Yes, we are using DALI alongside Control 4 currently. Okay, great. Yeah. I mean, we have actually many people we have many Control 4 dealers, Control 4 system integrators, that they use KNX for their projects. The answer. The reason I heard is because they like to use the keypads from KNX. So they use the keypads from KNX, and they use all the other stuff from Control 4. That's what they do. Okay, interesting. Okay, yeah. Hadi says, I used KNX and DALI together on many different projects, but the issue of address and readdressing wastes time. The first time it's crazy. I agree. I understand. 100%. The first time is crazy, especially if all the fixtures are already on site, in the job site. It's crazy. But you have to do it one time. So even if you have 6,000 fixtures, as some other guy was saying here, the DALI project with 6,000 drivers and 100 gateways, wonderful. So it's only one time job, let's say, okay? So once you have done that job, you are good, because the ID does not get lost. I mean, it's permanent in the not in the fixer, sorry, in the driver. Okay. Yes, it can be lost, fine, but you just need to reprogram one. Okay. All right. So, okay, Zamir, is there any possibility the DALI drivers get addressed automatically when we replace the new DALI drivers in case of failure? The answer is yes, it is possible. It's possible we can do that, and but depends on the KNX DALI gateway. Okay, this is what I said. It's not about the DALI solution. It's not about the DALI driver. It's about the DALI gateway itself. It's about the DALI, the controller, the device that is assigning the addresses, the IDs. In this case, the KNX DALI gateway. So the one that I was showing you, yes, it allows you to do what we call fast replacement. You can replace the driver, and the new driver gets the new ID automatically. Okay. All right. Okay. Okay. I'm happy that this live event is also helping other people to show and to sell their solutions or devices. So I'm happy about that. Wonderful. That's great. Okay. Happy about that. Okay. So what else? Do you have any other question for me? Do you have any other inquiry? Is there something else you'd like to know? Something interesting? Something you heard but you are not sure about that? I'm super excited because I'm getting more and more inquiries in the last days or weeks, I would say, asking for KNX DALI solutions. I really liked it. I'm in the USA, okay? So I get a lot of inquiries about KNX and DALI solution. No need to convince anyone. No need to convince, go for KNX, go for DALI. No. They already said, hey, hello, we'd like to have a KNX DALI project or solution, lighting control system in this whatever, okay? And I'm super excited about that. So it's working. What we are doing, it's working. Okay. Please share the catalog of your DALI gateway. What do you mean the catalog? Do you need the part number or what do you mean? What do you mean? You can find this KNX DALI gateway in the market. Yeah, either in the USA, we have many web shops. We have many online stores. You can ask your local reps, your Siemens dealers. If you cannot find it, drop me a message and I will help you. Okay, but yeah, in your country you can find it 100%. Okay, so some more minutes. Do you have any other question for me? And you know what? I recently heard that big companies, big established companies in the USA, like Lutron or even Control 4 or Leviton, they are using DALI as well. Okay, they are using DALI as well. So I think, to be honest, this is coming from the lighting designers. They want to go DALI to make sure they can get the perfect dimming functionality to 0.1% or 1%, depends on the driver. So this is something good, to be honest. All right. Okay, so I think that's all from my side. I'm very excited to see you all at this webinar. I'm very happy that you are super active in this chat today. Thank you all very much. Really, it's really helpful. And yeah, I don't know if you have any other question for me while I share with you my contact details in case you want to say something to me. Okay, and okay, there is something important that I'd like to, before finishing, I'd like to say something about the KNX training, KNX certified trainings. Okay, so many people is asking me, okay, Jose, how can we learn KNX? I'd like to get certified in KNX. I want to become a KNX partner. I want to become a KNX KNX dealer. Okay, how can we do that? Okay, so I see one more question. We have some new products inquiry where DALI gateway require part number of DALI gateway. Zamir, I can please text me or send me a message and I will reply you with a part number. Okay, because I cannot type now in the chat, but I will do it. I will help you with that. No worries. All right. So what else? Yes, Luis, I'm gonna at the end of the presentation I will share my contact details. Okay, so how can you get certified in KNX? Okay, so in the USA we have 3 KNX training centers. Okay, in the USA they are active, they are up and running, they run KNX certified trainings. Okay, you can find KNX basic course, you can find KNX advanced course, and some other trainings. Okay, so in order to take a look at them, you have to go to the KNX US website, or you can go to the KNX ORG website. Okay, in that you can find the 3 KNX training centers that we have active in the USA today, and you can ask them for a certified KNX training. Okay, they will be more than happy to help you. Okay, so yeah, that's all from my side. This is my phone number. I also have WhatsApp here and message in case you want to reach me by WhatsApp, for instance, or you can drop me an email and I will help you with any. If you need the part number, Zamir, you asking me for the part number, I will help you with that. Or please send me an email or text me and I will be more than happy to help you. So Luis, I guess this answers your question. How can you reach me? So yep, this is the way to reach me. And also LinkedIn. I am very active on LinkedIn. I love to publish many things on LinkedIn of projects, mock-ups I do, or projects I work, or in projects I help other system integrators to get them done in the USA or not in the USA. And follow me on LinkedIn. And again, I am very active. I love to share what I do there, and I can see it's very, very helpful and very useful for the KNX community, especially in the USA. Okay, so last but not least, I want to formally invite you today to the great show that we will have at CEDIA 2025, September 5, 6, 7, or 4, 5, 6, I guess, in Denver, in Colorado. Okay, CEDIA show. This is going to be a great show for us. We already have 10 KNX participants, 10 KNX companies exhibiting just at the KNX USA booth. I'm super happy about this. So I'd like to say thank you for the support on this. Okay, so if you plan to attend CEDIA, please drop me an email. I will send you an invite. I will send you an invitation, or just step by the KNX USA booth. I will be there and I will be more than happy to say hello and to take a picture with you, please. And I will post it on social media because I love to do it. Okay, so no, really, seriously speaking, I'm very happy about the show. I'm very excited. We have 10 companies, and we also have 13 companies, not in the KNX USA booth, but on the show floor. 13 KNX companies showcasing KNX products and solutions. This is unexpected. I'd say this is going to be the best event ever for KNX in the USA. We are already looking forward to see it, and I hope to see you all there. And again, please at least step by and say hello to me. Let's take a picture and let's have a beer. If you drink, I don't, but let's have a beer or let's have a wine, and I will be more than happy to meet you. Okay, so again, you have my contact details, you have my email, you have my phone number. You can call me, you can text me, you can contact me for everything you need. Really, for everything you need. I'm open, I'm accessible, so I'm more than happy to help you to get your projects and your business in KNX done well, especially in the USA.